guys, welcome back to Actress Approved. I am Julie Montgomery Brown, and today I wanted to do just a quick sort of everyday makeup. So, you know, something if I'm not going to really spend a lot of time, but I just have to put something on to get out the door and go wherever I need to go. So I've already, I've primed my skin. I don't know if you guys use a foundation primer, but this is my absolute favorite one. There we go. Yeah, I learned about this. This is a Laura Mercier foundation primer. I get mine in oil free, and this got used on a Hollyoaks shoot, which in the US that's a soap opera here in the UK. And I was really always totally skeptical about foundation primers because I like to do the minimum amount that I have to do. So I thought, oh yeah, that's just some stupid gimmick that somebody's come up with to get me to spend more money. But in fact, I have to tell you, it really, really works. What does it do? It gives you just a really nice layer on your skin for your foundation to sit on. It just gives you a little bit of pop, and especially if you're doing anything on camera or you're having your photograph taken, or you know, you go to a party, you definitely want to use a foundation primer. I have been using Laura Mercier foundation primer for I think at least over 10 years. There are other ones out there and I'm gonna try them. There's a Nars one I wanna try. I know that there's a budget one with Revlon that I'd like to try. And I actually wanna try that Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's called Wonder Light or something like that, but I'm gonna try those. But I am gonna tell you, I'm guessing I'll always end up coming back to my Laura Mercier because I love her. She's amazing. Okay, so today I'm not going to use an expensive. So I've used a really I'm high-end, I would call it high-end, I guess, foundation primer. But now I'm going to use something that I have put on the blog, which is this Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation. I really, really like this stuff. You know, I have always subscribed to high-end foundations are really the way to go, but you know, the industry is changing. It's changed so much in the last 10 years, and you can get away with it. I mean, these products that they are cranking out, these budget brands, they are really giving the higher ends a run for their money. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of it on my hand like that, and then and I'm just gonna probably, maybe this is a better way to do it. And then I'm just gonna buff it all around with the Real Techniques foundation brush. I think I mentioned that I can't see anything, so I don't want to end up looking like the clown, so I'm gonna just do this. I love this stuff though. It goes on really, really, it glides on. It doesn't look too makeup-y. It doesn't look too cakey. And the other thing is that the colors are really, really, really good. The colors are excellent. So that's that. I think I'll do my concealer if I have to do any concealer. I don't use concealer a lot, to be honest with you. Because, I don't know, sometimes if you get a really good foundation, sometimes you don't even need a concealer, you know? My hair is really a little messed up. I've just had it cut recently and I can't quite get it together. Anyway, okay, moving on. Another thing that I love that have used, I mean, this thing I've used at least for 25 years, I think, 20 years maybe, is my MAC Studio Fix. This is a great product. It's kind of a powder foundation, but a little bit lighter, so it's somewhere in between a foundation and a powder. And I really like it because it gives me a little extra coverage, right? but it mattes everything. And the other thing I really like about it is that I can wear it alone, or like I'm doing right now, on top of my base. So it is a really good product. I consider this a workhorse in my kit. So I use that often. The other thing that I use quite a lot is my Nars blusher. I mean, not blusher. That's my Nars Laguna. This is a bronzer. I use it a lot. And you know what? I'm sure I use it way more than I really should. But I really like it because it gives me a little bit of something, you know, every so often. I use it all winter. I'm sure I'm not supposed to do that. I should probably use a different color too. But I am going to experiment with a bunch of different bronzers. So yeah, I'll fill you in about those. I've got a few that I've got my eye on, and I would actually like to see. I'm sure some of them might be a little better in the winter. Right now it's, you know, where are we? It's in April, so I'm still super pale. I don't have any tan. But in the summertime, that thing is amazing because, yeah, it just, I don't know. It's a great bronzer. It is what I would call sort of a classic bronzer. And I've been using it for years. Absolutely love, 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 love it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to use is another Laura Mercier product. This is her eyeshadow, which is coffee grind. Fantastic eyeshadow. I use it all the time. I use it for evening. I use it for during the day. You know, I have brown eyes, so I tend to gravitate towards browns and taupey gray kind of colors. But this is the thing I love about her eyeshadows, is that a little goes a long way. Can you see that? It's just, you don't even need that much, and they're so well pigmented. They will last all day. I absolutely love, love her eyeshadows. And I try to use them whenever I can because I really think that they just have incredible staying power. This is a brush, and sometimes what I'll do is I will just blend, blend, blend with a clean brush. So that's a pretty neutral, basic eye. The other thing I do, just to give it a little pop, is again a Laura Mercier eyeshadow. This is buttercream, and I think this is a fantastic eye cream because, I mean, not eye cream, fantastic eyeshadow, because it just gives you a little bit of pop here on the brow. Can you see that? It's, I don't know what it is. It's just a little, something, something that it's just super nice. So then the next thing I do is so I have very sensitive eyes, and I'm really sensitive to a lot of eye products. And so eyeliners in particular, especially if I'm going to use them in the waterline, I tend to react to those. So the only one, well, not the only one, there's maybe two that I found, is this, which I'm almost done with it, is this Estee Lauder long wear eye pencil. This thing is fantastic. I love this thing. It stays on. It does not budge, and it doesn't budge. Oh, I kind of messed that up. It doesn't budge. But it's blendable. So it stays, but it's blendable. That's a really difficult combination to get, because a lot of times if they're super blendable, that means that they have a lot of oil in them, and so they won't stay. But this is great. And what I do is I just put it on as close to my lash line as I possibly can. Sometimes I'll blend that in, but if I'm rushing, then I kind of just leave it. But what I do to set it is I put a liquid liner on top of it. And this particular liquid liner that I'm going to use is a Charlotte Tilbury. I actually really like this eyeliner, but I do think it's kind of expensive, and I'm curious to see if I can find a better one from Maybelline or something like that, because I have been reading about them. So I'm just gonna, what I do is I get, again, as close to the lash line as I can, and then I give it a little flick at the end. Not too much, I don't want a 60s look, but I think that that brings up the eye, it just opens up the eye a little bit, and it's a nice touch, and it, yeah. So again, just close to the lash line, and I'm telling you, that sets your eyeliner. That thing will not move for the whole day, for real. Okay, this is my Shu Uemura eyelash curler. I've been using this a lot lately. I didn't used to use an eyelash curler because I used to have the most voluminous eyelashes. You couldn't believe it. They were so thick that I would pluck them. So other people would talk about plucking their eyebrows, and I would pluck my eyelashes. I did not do that anymore, trust me. Okay, so now I just go in and I give it a couple of pumps, and it just gives it a little bit of a, curl, which I think is nice, so they don't look so straight and you know, flat. Now this is a mascara that I'm really into. This is a L'Oreal, it's called Telescopic. I really like this because I'm very picky about my brushes. So if you can see this brush, it's kind of plasticky, and there's not an actual brush on it. I like these brushes because they're much more controlled, and I don't feel like sometimes when I get a really bushy brush on my mascara, I feel like the mascara ends up going on the brush and not on my eyelashes. With this, it gets on my eyelashes. So I really like this. And I also think it gives super volume. And I put it on the top. I try not to make a mistake, which I do that a lot these days. And then the other thing I do for my bottom lashes, because I do have pretty long lashes, so for my bottom lashes, I just do a tap. Just a little light tap on the bottom lashes. Can you see? So just a light tap. And that way the lashes don't look, you know, too crazy, and I don't look like Betty Boop. The other thing I like about this mascara and the brush is I can put on second coats. So I feel like it just gives me a lot more control or something. I don't know. See? I think it's really great. Okay, so we're almost done. I just have one last thing to do. That would be my lip liner and my lipstick. So I do use a lot of lip liner, but that is the one item that I do not spend a lot of money on. This is a number 7 lip liner. This is a drugstore brand liner. It's just a basic nude, you know. Try whatever ones you like, but just get them at the drugstore. I mean, does anybody really need to be paying all that money for a Chanel nude lip liner? I mean, you know, the same warehouse makes the same, they make them all. One warehouse makes all the lip liners practically. So why go to Chanel? So I usually just like to put a little on the end. I am not blessed with big, huge Angelina Jolie lips, so I have to get all the help that I can get. And a liner is a great way to just give you a little extra volume. Then the last item I'm going to use is my all-time favorite, my Nars Viva Las Vegas. Now, this is discontinued. My girlfriend in New York bought me on eBay all the remaining Viva Las Vegas Nars lipsticks around. And this is my last tube. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm so sad. It's my favorite lipstick ever. Anyway, that is my very basic, my super quick, everyday makeup. I don't know how long this video is. I'm sure it's way too long. It looks like it's maybe 15 minutes long. When I'm not talking to you all, I can get this done in, I'm gonna say 5 minutes. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys here next time.